those performance by our way of dancers. But as my task tonight and guest speakers, representatives of the IYF, organizing committee, youth representative officials, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the government of Fiji, and CEO, to our guests from Korea, and good evening to you all. It is my pleasant duty this evening to officiate in the opening of the IYF 2015 International Youth Fellowship. It is a Christian Mind Lecture Camp that we have 3 already this year. During the 3 days of this IYF camp, young people will be engaged closely to tap into their true potential. And for that, I wish to show my gratitude for the organizing committee, for the hindsight in providing our young people with the impetus of a positive change. As we enjoy the evening tonight, while at the story of the 5th Minister Youth World Forum earlier this year in Busan in Korea, I recall Pastor Ok Suk Pak's message of the importance of molding young hearts. The founder of the IYF emphasized the needs of youth to attain a better life through a change of heart, because the world of the heart is a very telling factor in the efforts to address that young people face, such as drugs, sexually transmitted disease, alcohol abuse, and many others. One of the principles of the IYF is that youth, they shape technology, not technology shape youth. That is one of the principles of, as we understand the social media today, the damage is brought. We have advantage and disadvantage of globalization. And this is one of the solutions that IYF bring to the world today, is to speak the hearts of the young people of the world. Therefore, the significance of this camp is immeasurable, and it cannot be overemphasized due to the prevalence and the subsequent presence of social and economic problems that are derived from the absence or lack thereof of such characters and values in our youth population. It is no secret that young people are in need of constant support and endless motivation. In order for positive youth development to take place as a process in which young people's capacity being motivated by challenges is energized the active engagement in development. So there needs to be emphasis placed on the condition under which this motivation towards development is activated. This is the very reason why I hold the IYF World Camps in high regards, because it is accompanied by initiative programs to actively engage youth in this development process. Youth will also be introduced to the world of spiritual development, which is one of the founding principles of the International Youth Fellowship. It involves the world of the heart, which is the door to the mind, body and soul. You will also be taken through a series of mind lectures that I can confidently say that these are truly life-changing, as I've experienced in the last World Camp, the first World Camp that I attended. You will find hope, it will find strength, happiness, and purpose in your lives, as it provides training of the heart, mind, and soul. And speaking from experience, I have already manifested two times in my tour in Korea. So as you partake in the mind lectures, and on behalf of the government, we thought that subsequent programs organized solely for these 3 days, remember the message of the region, that we are currently enjoying. So it is time to renew relationship in strengthening existing ones, keeping the Lord Jesus Christ at the center of the season, because it is He who is the reason for the festivity and nothing else. I wish to thank all the stakeholders, that those who have worked tirelessly to organize what we have just witnessed in the last few programs, on the last few dancing groups. This is our Christian Mind lecture camp that we have started tonight. So before I conclude, I just take you through a story about the home of the world's greatest chess player. So there was a story of an elderly man from China. He came from the countryside, entered a large city on his donkey. Passing on of the houses, he saw a sign that it reads, "House of the world's greatest chess player." So the elderly man went and knocked on the door and shouted, "Is there anybody home in this house of the world's greatest chess player?" So the young man came out, saw the elderly man and asked, "What brings you here?" And the elderly man said, "I live in the countryside, about 25 miles away. I came to the city on some business, and I saw the sign on the board on the front gate. I wanted to play a game of chess with you." The owner, or the young man, laughed right then, and he wanted to play chess with me. Even after seeing the signboard, he still wanted to play. It says that you play chess very well, so that's why I wanted to play. So the elderly man from the countryside and the young man, what's the so-called the world's greatest chess player, opened the chessboard, set up the pieces, and sat face to face. The elderly man then spoke, "It's no fun just to play. Why don't we make a bet?" So the young man laughed. "Sure, what would be the bet be? How about the loser gives the winner 15 points? Agree? Let's do that?" Okay. Since he was the greatest chess player in the world, so you can imagine how skilled he must have been. The elderly man started getting pushed around. "Elderly man, checkmate," exclaimed the young champion. The elderly man looked at the board and decided that there was no way out for him. "I am defeated," he said. "That's right, you are defeated. Then as promised, you need to pay 15 points. All of a sudden, the elderly man's face became red. "I'm sorry, what I am to do?" said the elderly man. "Why? What do you mean?" said the young man. "I'm sorry, I have no money." "So what do you do? You didn't have any money and you asked to place a bet?" The young owner had a look at the confusion on his face. "Yes," said the elderly man, "but I have a proposal. If you sell my donkey, you can have at least 50 points. Since I have been defeated, I will give you the donkey instead of the money." "That makes no sense, elderly man. You came a long way and you must return on the donkey." The young player said, "How can you return without a donkey?" "Sure, that may be. I'm going to do what I have no money. I made a promise and I should keep it. I would be happy if you would at least take my donkey," requested the elderly man. "Well, that would not be polite of me," the young man said. "No, it's okay," the elderly man said. "Well, if you insist that I will take the donkey, I'm very sorry." So how good the young man felt that he has won the donkey in this chess match. The elderly man handed over the donkey and left empty-handed. The young man changed the old saddle for a new one, and he purchased a new rein. He washed the donkey and cleaned. He rode around and he knew how he felt. He felt very proud. After 1 week, the elderly man returned to the young man's house. "Sir, what brings you back?" asked the young man. "Last time I was sorry that I couldn't give you the money I promised. But thank you, at least you took the time. I'm here today because I want to play another game of chess. But with your skill, you are no match for me, the young player said. But the elderly man insists, even so I just want to play one more time. The elderly man says, now I have 50 points with me. This time if I lose, I will give you 50 points. But if I win, you must return the donkey that I gave you the last time. So now the young man was feeling good and thought, last time it was as if you were practically giving me your donkey, now you have to give me 50 points. So the two began the chess match. The elderly man who was once terrible at chess shows completely different skill in just 1 week. The young man was shocked. Sweat began to drip from his forehead. There was no way out. The elderly man said aloud in a loud voice, young man, checkmate. The young man was supposed to be the world's greatest chess player. He was completely defeated. Then, as promised, may I take my donkey with me? Said the elderly man. Sure, you may take. The young man brought out the donkey under his ownership. He had fitted a new saddle and by the new reins. The donkey now washed and clean. The donkey recognized the elderly man first and was very happy too. As he was about to mount his donkey and leave the young owner saddled up, and he heard the young owner saddled up, wait, I need to ask you one thing. What is it? Said the elderly man. The young man said, 1 week ago, sir, you was very bad at chess. But in such a short time, how did you improve your skills? I am very curious. Didn't I explain that to you well? The elderly man said. No, I'd like to know. So the old man said, I told you that I came here on some business, right? 1 week ago, as I entered the city, when I entered the city offices where I want to do business, at the entrance it was written, donkeys or horses are not allowed. So I need a place where I can house my donkey for a week. So I purposely play chess with you and lose. Today I'm done with all my errands and I need to return home. Of course, I would need my donkey, wouldn't I? So I can get home. That's why I won this time. The young chess player was shocked. He thought he was the world's greatest chess player. This elderly man was a person who could defeat him or lose to him at will. He felt ashamed. Immediately, he removed the sign that read, the world's greatest chess player, from his house. I heard from that day on, he lowered his head and became humble. So, the moral of the story, or the lesson behind, until people meet someone greater than they are, they think of themselves as great. We don't need or may not put up signs on the front of our gates to let the world know. But in our heart we say, I'm good, I'm smart, I'm better than others. And that is what we will have, what our life will bring us in the next 2 days. Everyone in this world has that small amount of that kind of light inside them. So in front of us, that is the end of the story. I thank all of you for availing yourself for this IYF camp. May it be a successful and a fulfilling gathering of young minds. I trust you all that had a wonderful time with your loved ones during Christmas Day yesterday, and may 2016 spell a marvelous time ahead for all of us. Thank you very much. Pinakawalewu and kamsahamnida.